Welcome back to another episode of the Legion Lads 2026, our first one of the year. Today we got John. What's up, John?
What's happening?
How's your holidays, bro?
Oh, they've been busy.
Yeah, did you have a good Christmas, the New Year's?
Yeah, I had to work most of it.
It's funny I asked like I don't really know because we live in the same house.
Yeah,
But
I was busy.
yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. Um, Well, it's a new year, and we had a lot leading up. First, we were on holiday, spending time with our families and everything, and then coming back, we wanted to start the new year strong with finishing off our beginner's guide for our locals and anybody else that cares to listen on what to buy for the faction of Republic. We did CIS, we did Rebels, and we did Empire. I've been kind of debating on doing Shadow Collective, John, because Shadow Collective's technically not a faction, and I don't think it's a beginner faction or battle force people should get into because it's got some rules changes, uh, and I don't think it's a good fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the last one we're gonna do today is Republic. So we're gonna go over what we think everyone should buy, what's a must buy, good buy, disappointing buy, and everything. Let's go ahead and share my screen. All right, here we go. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, I'm glad you were able to join us, John, because I know you're one of our main Republic players. I think our only dedicated Republic player. I know you're gonna
Yeah.
get into CIS in this year because of Savage Press, but for the life of me, I think everybody else dabbles in Republic as far as like multiple factions, but you're like the only dedicated one so right now.
Yeah. And I try and be so that way if we ever got to this, like I could teach people Republic. So
Yeah, yeah, which they're amazing. Love them. Kind of in a little bit of a pickle, but for the most part, I mean, it's just that clone keyword, man. How do you get around making that balance?
yeah. I mean it's a fun army to play. I know people hate it, but just seeing all the clones and like for me, like the first uh series of Star Wars movies has always been my favorite. So like I feel like I'm a clone era player.
Sure.
So like just seeing these guys on the board, it's awesome.
I agree with you 100%. For our beginners out there, when you're going into deciding if you're going to get into Republic and what to buy and everything, important note is that they have one of the two unique keywords for their faction, and that's the clone trooper keyword, which is if a clone that is range two of itself, or sorry, not two of itself, but two of a friendly unit that's also a clone trooper keyword or a clone unit, they could share one of their green tokens, which is phenomenal. One of the best keywords out there. Well, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Now, there's only two of us, so if we disagree, one of us has to cave.
Yeah, I don't
So,
know if we're gonna disagree that much because I think we're both on the same page on everything being at least a fun buy.
agreed, agreed. Nah,
Yeah,
that's just my take on everything as far as
yeah,
the other factions we covered. I'm like, there's no such thing as a disappointing buy. It's all fun buy. Like,
yeah. To a new player, I believe everything's at least a fun buy. So
yeah, I mean, especially if you're disappointed in that unit, it's like, well, it was a fun buy. It had fun, It's still, anyways, tomato tomato at that point.
yeah.
All right. The first one we're gonna go over is the ATRT. John, where do you think this bad boy should go?
ATRT, I believe, with its points reduction, um, man, I'm
Ooh,
either thinking like a goodbye.
goodbye. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of play with them, but with the new 212 coming out, they could be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, you don't see a lot of ATRTs out there, so I'm gonna say goodbye.
I agree with you. They're really cheap. They have 6 health behind armor 2 with red saves. Uh, that's good, especially since the game still is, POI mostly. They could just stay on a point and just stay there. Uh, and if people are trying to kill these things, they're spending a lot of resources killing it, right? So
Yeah.
I agree with you on that, my man. All right. You haven't played these yet. We got the Clones Trooper Marksman.
Ooh. Uh, I think with how the game is and the speed and all the objectives right now, I think these are just gonna be a fun buy for me.
Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah. Just because like it only depends on like what objective you're gonna have, because they're mostly not gonna be running around. They're gonna be fortifying somewhere, and that's pretty much what they're gonna do. I haven't played them a lot, so I can't really grade them here, but I'm just gonna say fun buy, with their points cost and everything.
So here we are gonna disagree because
Yeah, this
I
is probably the one I think.
yeah, I think they're a must buy. One of like 3 reasons. One, they got a huge point reduction. And they're actually cheaper than the clone infantry, which is huge. Two, the ability to start on the battlefield with the green token, which is a dodge, is also amazing. And if you combo this with the Jedis that can prepare position in, now your Jedis also have backup right off the bat. And you can give these guys, I believe, dug in. I just think there's a lot of value there. One being your cheapest core, two being, the ability to start on the field. I definitely think you spam these, so that way you can, if they shoot you, you shoot back, right? Because they got a long shot. Or I think they just start natively for. No, long shot. Pretty sure it's long shot. Um, yeah, I just think these guys are a must buy in my opinion. So what we're gonna do here? Go in the middle.
Yeah, we'll put them in goodbye.
Okay, okay. Don't sleep on marksman. This is a old Padme where I tell you to play Padme and you're just like not until you do, and then AMG comes and nerfs it the next day.
Yeah, I think for me, just with my play style, I want my core to be able to move. And speed one is too slow, so it'll take some adjusting to get used to them, but I'll play them eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Next we got Ahsoka Tano.
So, what was it again?
Ahsoka Tano.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
what I said.
I think you said Tanu.
Nah, man, you're hearing things.
I think she's a must buy, in my opinion, because I've used her as a commander. She worked really good with Anakin. 501st. I took her to LVO. Um, she's very unexpected with her speed 3. She can get there. Um, she's a great unit as a commander, but not only that, but you put her in a squad, um, which is even better. And I think as a new player, I think she's really fun to play. So I'm gonna say must buy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know about playing her as a commander. I think she's great inside a upgrade unit. Um, I think that's where she really shines, But, at the same point, she does have independent, what is it, recover?
Yeah, independent recover.
And she could make, I think she's the best force user that could make good use of clairvoyance, because of
Yeah,
her mastery where she can do multiple, the old deflect rules.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, yeah, I definitely think it's a must buy. I think she's fun.
yeah.
All right, moving on. I think we're in agreement here.
Who's that? Anakin?
You can't, I love how you're like, you can't see on your tiny screen. You're just like,
I,
who's that
I'm like, who is that? Oh yeah, it's
guy?
Anakin. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a must buy.
Yeah, Anakin, he's so good. He has access to one of the best keywords, temptation, which allows you to move or attack if something dies, which is great. His keywords are great. His mastery is great. The rework that AMG did really made him that Jedi that everyone's grown to be like, oh, this is the most powerful Jedi there is. Like,
Yeah.
I actually fear Anakin. The old Anakin, I didn't fear. I was like, ah, you know.
Yeah, the other Anakin you could suppress down and then be like, "Oh, here's his flawed card. Now you
Hmm.
can't give him an order when you need him." And it's just like, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
this one's a lot more scarier on the table. And he
Mhm,
has Ahsoka has associate Anakin.
mhm.
So if you take Anakin, you can take Ahsoka.
Well, you could take Ahsoka regardless, but if you
Yeah,
wanted to take a third commander, Ahsoka allows you to do that with the associate Anakin, which is cool.
yeah. And
Cool.
before they released, and I know we're gonna talk to him about it later, but before they released the customized stuff, this was the only right way to really run three sabers in the Republic.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So yeah, Anakin. Oh, they did such a good job with that remake. So
yeah,
definitely,
such a good job. He is
definitely a
definitely
must
a
buy.
must buy.
Definitely. Another must buy. All right, before we get into these guys, I need to know. We did our CIS faction must buy or buy guy, buyer's guide. Thank you very much. Um, and there was a lot of must buys for CIS. Do you think we're gonna have more must buys in the Republic faction or less must buys in the Republic faction against compared to CIS?
mm, uh, I think it's going to be a toss up. I think it's going to be 50-50 because there are a lot of good buys and then there are a lot of must buys.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
don't know
wrong.
if we're going to be as much as CIS, but it might be close.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, ARC Troopers. I put them in must buy. I feel like that's a no brainer.
Yeah, they're so good.
You want to
I think
explain
they're
to the
probably
you want to explain to the
the
audience why?
they're probably one of the best for their price point. I will agree. For their price point as a special forces unit. Um, and this game wants to be played at range two.
Mhm.
Everything they do, their whole kit is crazy. Uh, in 501st, you can run four of them, which is even more nuts.
Well,
uh,
technically you run eight, right?
no, yeah, eight if you
Yeah.
wanted to, but yeah, they're just really good at what they do. Sharpshooter, scout, tactical, um, and the fact that they get two dice per shot is crazy. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I
um,
go
yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say the scout, the what are they? Strike team, not so much. We're probably gonna use the actual arcs, but you get them in the same box, so pretty much must buy at this point.
Yeah, for our audience, I put two there. There's the if you buy the ARC Trooper box, you're gonna get the full unit and you're gonna get a strike team. So essentially getting your two units for the price of one. And just all the points that John make, the ability to they have tactical one, so the ability to move and get an aim at the same time, and then so pretty much you're just moving to get that range two shot, and then next turn they have a keyword called charge. You just
Charge,
double
yeah,
move into them at that point with two aims, and it just decimates everybody. Two blacks per unit per miniature. It's amazing.
yep.
All right, ARF troopers.
Oof. I was gonna say I haven't played these guys either as much. Um, so this is probably gonna be like the marksman. I'm gonna say a goodbye. Um, mostly because they are range three or are they
They're
range
range
four?
four. They are range
Range
four.
four.
Mm-hmm.
So they are range four. I mean they can be a big unit. You could take the Jedi in them. I think it's gonna be a good buy. Um, yeah, I just haven't played these guys too much yet.
See, I'm kind of split right now. Um, so ARF troopers are good at, the range because they have range four. They can throw a lot of black dice if you give them the two-man squad. And they did a good job changing the cumbersome keyword on the rocket, which
Yeah,
is
I
amazing.
agree.
Uh, but I just because arcs are still better in my opinion in the special forces role, which is what the ARF troopers also feel. They're just
Yeah,
gonna get over. They just get overshadowed. I played against them a couple times, and they do a good job, but uh, I don't know, man. I'm so split. I'll do goodbye only for the fact that I haven't seen them played yet with the new changes to cumbersome. So I think that
yeah,
might put them a little bit over the edge of fun buy.
yeah. That and they're also in the 212th now, so maybe we'll see more of them played. But
Yeah.
you are right; like they do get overshadowed by the ARC troopers.
Hmm. All right, moving on. We got the Bark Speeder.
Um, I think this we might split on this one, but I want to say fun buy. Um, you don't see a whole lot of them, but like I think they're fun to play. They're very cheap. Um, and I think until we get the Anakin and Obi-Wan on a bark speeder, I don't think you're going to see much of them. But you never know. I could be wrong, but I think they're going to be a fun buy for now. Uh, but we might split on this one too.
No, no, I actually agree with you. I think it's a fun buy. They only have 5 health, and the thing is that some of these units you want to spam. The only time you're ever taking one, I feel like it's because it's unique. Bark speeders, in my opinion, you don't want to spam. And if you don't spam them, they only have 5 health. Granted, they are red saves. They die pretty fast because they got the compulsory, right?
Yeah,
If you do spam them, your order control is kind of out the window, and you're gonna lose some bikes before they even do anything. Um, the pro is that they're super cheap. They're pretty much
yeah,
act fillers at this moment. And you might be right with Obi-Wan and Anakin coming out on the bike speeders. That might change. So hopefully that bumps them up. But for right now, I do agree with you. I think they're a fun buy.
yeah. They don't
Uh,
really have solid use yet. I think.
yeah. Mhm. Moving on to Commander Chewbacca. Um, I feel like this is a fun buy. I feel like the only reason why you get Chewbacca is because you love Wookiees and you want to run the Wookiee battle force. Used to be really good with Yoda, but as you know, they nerfed Yoda. We'll get there when we get there. Pretty
Yeah,
hard to
my
the
poor
ground.
boy.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I just think Chewbacca is just you're having fun. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I want to say with the addition of Anakin being changed, all the commanders that have come out since then, Chewbacca was good early, like right when Yoda was released, Chewbacca was good, but I do agree. I think he's kind of slid down on the power scale. So yeah, I'll put him at fun buy because I mean, unless if you're going to use him for the Wookiee battle force or just making a fun list, like you're probably not going to use them as much.
Yeah. Moving on. Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna disagree on this one. We got Clone Captain Rex.
Oh, I'll let you go first. I'll let
Okay,
you give the hot
okay,
take
okay.
first.
I think Rex is a good buy. Now he did just get a new upgrade to be able to be put into a unit. And that might make him good, but it's not a bad like ability that he has if you do that. And he has 2 health. Um, and the ability to go again after you kill something, I feel like is pretty nice. Get an extra action. But the thing I love about Captain Rex more than anything is one, if you can set up his one pip, it's pretty scary. It's very hard to do, but
Oh
that could
yeah,
be pretty scary. Two is his ability to give scouting party.
yeah,
Um, that I think right there alone is such a good buy because if you just give scouting party, give him recon intel, now he has scout 2, he can give that to Anakin, he can give that to Bad Batch, he can give that to anybody. And
yeah,
like we had just talked about, the ability to scout onto the field, get close to the objective is huge. And oftentimes it could turn into an alpha strike on turn 1.
yeah,
So that's why I think it's a good buy. But again, for the reasons you might say, there's some things he's lacking other than the scouting party that, is a hard sell sometimes. But definitely I think he's at least a good buy.
Yeah. For me, I would put him in must buy,
Oh.
because of those reasons you said. But um, giving a scouting party, to units that count scout to give your whole board scout is pretty good. Like Anakin getting scout, if you don't want to prepare him. Yoda scout makes Yoda move faster. Gives him speed 2 instead of speed 1 on the board, which is really scary.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Batch we talked about, like giving them speed 2 on the board and being able to move literally across the field, is really good. But I feel like those are the only kind of instances you're really going to use Rex. Um, and then the new update, I haven't played him in a squad yet, so I have no idea. But I think I'll settle with you though and go goodbye. Because yeah, like he's just so good at scouting party, the gunslinger, getting in your face, that one pip card. Like there's so many things you can combo with Rex. Like it's crazy.
I agree. I thought you were actually gonna give him a lower scoring.
No, no,
Ah,
no.
I was like,
Rex is my
oh,
boy,
okay.
man. Rex
Yeah.
is my boy.
All right. Moving on. We got Clone Commander Cody.
Yeah, this one I haven't played a lot either. I know that with the 212 and everything, he might be good, but I'm gonna put him in goodbye, and I hope I don't get flack for that from Jose. But I think he's a good, solid commander. I just don't think you see him a lot because he's overshadowed by a lot of other stuff. But hopefully, with the new Battle Force coming out, like people will start playing him more.
Well, it is
Um,
already out.
what the
The
Battle
Battle
Force?
Force. Hmm.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like competitive play.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
We hope because a lot of people that at LVO that I ran into that were running Republic were all like Anakin or 501st, or I didn't see a whole lot of Cody, but
Hmm.
I didn't play a lot of Republic players. So, but I'm gonna put him at goodbye. I think he's a solid commander. So yeah,
I would agree with you. Again, like sometimes when I rank these things for beginners or new players or people who want to get into the Republic faction, is Clone Commander Cody, man, from Revenge
yeah,
of the Sith. Like, of course you're gonna want to buy this unit, put it on the table, and have fun with it. But again, like if you're a big fan of Obi-Wan, like having Clone Commander Cody with
yeah,
you, like that's just like you're playing Star Wars.
yeah.
Um, and he does have some good keywords. He's kind of overshadowed by better units, specifically the must-buy units. But
Yes, yeah,
like, I think if you're getting into Republic, you're either a Jedi lover or a clone lover. And
right.
like, yeah, hands down, Clone Commander Cody is iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on. We got one of the commanders that didn't get eliminated from the game. That's the Clone Commander. What do you think?
I'm gonna put this one in fun by because unless if you want to make a list or you want to make a tour of duty list, like all the other commanders overshadow this guy by a mile. Like unless if you're gonna build an old clone commando or clone army list, like you're probably not gonna use this guy. You're probably gonna use Rex or Cody. But this guy still has play. You just don't see him a lot. So I'm gonna put him at fun buy, I think.
I agree with you. I think, in my opinion, other than custom generics,
Yeah,
they raised the prices on the regular generics a little bit too high. I wish we can get them a little bit nerfed down a little bit, or their points reduction a little bit. Because again, they originally were taken to fill in that commander role to play other things, right?
yeah,
But now that they're kind of up there in prices, it's just like you could take something else that's cheaper, that's relatively close in price to the Clone Commando. I mean, Clone Commando's still good, still does his generic stuff. But again, in my opinion, the original generics were meant to just fill the commander role, fill that minimum requirement, so you can do other cool stuff. Um, and I just don't think it's enough, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like they were used at one time as commanders, and then they were slotted in for arcs,
Hmm.
and that's what made them popular. And then once they got the points up, so that people can't use them like that, they've fallen off.
Yeah, yeah. All right. We got Clone Commandos and Delta Squad.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go
Yeah,
first?
man, you're the clone player. You gotta tell
All
me.
right, all right, all right. I'm gonna put them in must buy, and I know you and I have been back and forth on the point value, and I said I would never play them. They
Mhm.
went up to 90 points, but the problem is that you're always right. I will admit it. um, but this is a solid unit. I mean, with the points update, it got a little harder to put a lot in your list, but they are still very solid at what they do. They can infiltrate. Um, they can, they have their range two gun that can hit armor, so you have some sort of impact with your shots. And those are just the regular clone commandos. You can get critical too. They're just a really good unit for that support role. Um,
Mhm.
and I haven't played Delta a lot, but if you only want one, it might be better to take Delta. But I still think the regular clone commandos are better than Delta
Mhm.
uh, because of what they can do. So I think they're a solid must-buy unit.
Yeah, I agree with you. The reason why Delta's ranked so high, I don't think Delta's at a must buy. It's definitely a good buy. But again, if you're
Yeah,
buying Clone Commandos, you're getting Delta for free in the
yeah,
box. So it makes sense. And honestly, I think these guys are great because just for the reasons you said, you can infiltrate them. They have range four shots. They're high velocity, so you can't spin dodges. You get an aim if they have an order, which in my opinion, you got to give them HQ uplink, make them that even 100.
yep, yep,
And then you're piercing people from range four. I want to make a list eventually that has the marksman, um, a marksman list with clone commandos, and the clone marksmen are there to bait out people to shoot at the marksman, and then you just infiltrate the clone commandos right there to shoot back at them, and it's just amazing. And then
yeah,
also the complete the mission keyword is great, giving you defense or giving you a better offense.
yeah,
You It's a little tricky, but if you can master it, they just don't die.
yeah,
The Catan armor, like you said, like just the ability to take a like if you whiff a roll of like four or five dying, you're just like I'm gonna pop the Catan armor, only one's gonna die. Just like
yeah,
it's the most annoying thing that when I see clone commandos on the field, I have to decide like, am I gonna commit resources to kill them, which is gonna be more than one resource,
right.
or am I gonna ignore them, which is gonna hurt in the end, you know?
Yeah,
So.
it's very hard to ignore them, especially if they're like at range two of you or at range four of you. It's gonna hurt either way.
Mhm. Their weakness is melee. So if you could
Yeah,
get them in, if you could get to them, then you're gonna kill them. Like that's what I do. I've done many times before. Is catch them off guard, get them something in melee, and then just delete them. But if they're good at kiting you, you ain't gonna do anything against them.
yeah,
Um, all right, moving on. I think it's safe to say we put clone trooper infantry at a must buy. Because the best value to getting into Republic is buying the core set or the starter set, and you're gonna get the clone infantry with that as well. Arguably, you're gonna get ARF troopers as well,
yeah,
but again, clone infantry is your core option. You need three cores. They're not super expensive. They are more expensive than the clone marksman, but I think they give you more value
yeah,
because that reliable one, you can pass that surge off to people, and you also have speed too, so you can cap point POIs if you need to.
yeah.
I think you're in agreement, John. Anything you want to add to that?
Um, no, I mean, like we said, they're good capping pieces. They're speed two. A lot of the time, I don't put upgrades on them, and I just send them out to points capture.
Mm,
They're kind of just holding down the fort until my other units can capitalize. So,
yeah. Especially if you make them a super squad and then put a Sakutanu in it, like it can get pretty crazy, you know. So there's some even fives
oh
for
yeah,
that matter, you
five
know.
super squads are crazy too.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like making super squads are gonna be nuts. All right, moving on. Ooh, I'm curious. What's your opinion on the infantry support platform?
So this one I haven't played a lot either, but I know that they're really good. I kind of want to put them in. They're cheap. I want to put them in goodbye. Um, I don't think they're a must buy yet. I know that we'll probably disagree on this, but
Mm.
I think goodbye for now because you can make a good list with Cody and giving direct orders to them, and they can beam and do range 4 stuff. Like you can make really good lists with them. Um, I just think like for a newer player, they're definitely fun. Um, I don't know if they're a must buy yet for a newer player, but
No, I actually agree with you. I don't think goodbye though. I think we go with the fun buy.
okay.
And the reason why I think it's a fun buy is again, all the pros. It's a cheap unit. I love the beam. I've always been an advocate for the beam. I think it's a great ability to attack 3 times in a turn. Is amazing at range 4. The reason why I want to put on a fun buy though is because I think the changes to area terrain nerfed them pretty hard. Um,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like things are much easier to hide now. And what, in my opinion, what you want to do with the infantry support platform is to beam 3 targets every turn. But with area terrain changing, it's that's become a lot difficult to do.
yeah,
So because of that, I think they're now become a fun buy.
yeah, yeah. I think even though they are cheap, yeah, you're right. Like trying to finagle them through the terrain is going to be hard, especially like they are speed 3, I think, right?
They are speed
Yeah.
3.
So like if you're trying to cap points, that they can be good, but yeah, other than trying to shoot through area terrain, that's going to be difficult.
And I think they're technically are they armor 3 or armor 5?
I want to say their armor. I think they're armor 3, but they have cover as
Cover.
well.
Yeah, I
One or something
they are pretty squishy, you know, because they got white
like that.
saves.
White saves,
Um,
yeah.
so impact is kind of prevalent right now in the meta. Uh, but yeah, you compromise with me?
Yep, yep. I'll say fun buy.
Okay, all right. Moving on, Hondo. What do you think, John?
I'm gonna put him in goodbye only because I have one fun list that would be really good with Hondo. Uh, but other than that, I don't see him as much in this Republic army because uh, other than the one list I have, like with Yoda, uh, giving him
Well,
relentless and just letting him go crazy, like that it's cool. But
mhm. Well,
I
my
think
question to
he,
you,
huh?
my question to you is, you said you have a fun list. Do you consider that fun list a good list?
Yeah, you're right. Put him in fun buy. You're right. I said it first. Fun buy for Hondo in here.
I will say that we had a local tournament for recon, and I decided to run a list that I play standing orders every turn in CIS. I just feel like Hondo still don't do enough. Like he didn't die in any of my games. He did come close in one of my games of dying, but he still didn't do a whole lot. Like I guess I don't know. It's one of those things where I still think he's better in CIS. But he's
Yeah,
if you're playing Hondo, it's because you like the character, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
I
yeah,
think he's more of a fun buy than like anything. I think Hondo himself,
yeah. Maybe
but
fingers crossed when we get the weak ways and the battle force that comes out with it. Hopefully that will change our minds on that. Because
yeah.
yeah. So all right, moving on. This is gonna be a combo. So we got the Jedi custom and the Jedi Operative Custom. What do you think?
Oh boy. Again, I haven't bought any of these. I haven't
I don't
used
know
them
why you haven't.
yet. Just money and time, basically.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Uh, but I'm gonna put them at must buy. I think when they came out and we reviewed what they could do, oh my gosh! Like for one, if like you said, if you're gonna play Republic, you're either a Jedi fan or you're a clone fan. And these guys and the amount of customization you can do to them, my gosh, like
Mm.
I think people are gonna have a lot of fun with them, but what they can do on the field too is just crazy.
Yeah.
So I think they're definitely a must
Yeah. I 100% agree with you. I think what you could do with them, give them prepared position. Uh,
buy.
the
Yeah,
double-bladed lightsaber is pretty nuts. The doctrines are pretty cool.
doctors
Like,
are nuts. Yeah.
yeah, the ability to use clairvoyance as many times as you want. The ability to use what are the ones that you can X that now becomes tappable? I don't
Oh, I'm
remember.
not sure.
Yeah. Oh, burst of speed. You can use it as many times as you want. Like, I just think it's amazing. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a great.
it's funny that they almost overshadow Anakin. Like, do you take
Yeah,
that or Anakin?
yeah.
And it's like,
And the only reason why that's even a question is because of how much cheaper the customs are compared to Anakin. Like, if Anakin was as cheap as they were, you'd take Anakin all the time. But
all day, all
yeah,
day.
yeah, just because of what they can do and they're cheap, like
Yeah,
it's a great option. Great option.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Especially in Republic, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. What I'm loving about this, since we're both clone players and we grew up on the Clone War movies,
Yeah.
so far, and I hope this stays this way, all the Jedis are must buys, which is what I love, which is what you want, right? And your army, from my army, or at least that's what I want for my army. If it's got Jedis or Siths in there, for that matter, they all must be must buys. But
Yeah.
well, that might change. That might change. We got some doozers coming up. All right.
Oh God, here we go.
All right, we got R2D2. What do you think R2D2 is going?
Oh my gosh. Can I do a Nick and say this one might be the worst one?
Ooh, you doing a disappointing buy?
No, because everything's a fun buy. So I'm putting it in fun buy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, eh, if you're disappointed, at least we told you it was a fun buy and you had fun with them. My expectations is expect to have fun with them. Play him like he's in Star Wars, pretty much.
Yeah. I remember. I think I told you one time I was watching one of the like I think I was watching episode two, and I literally made a list with Obi-Wan. I think it was Obi-Wan, Anakin, R2, and Padme, and it was like just because I was watching the movie, I was like, let's try it. So like I think you can have fun with it, but just yeah, if you get
Yeah,
disappointed, it's not our fault.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. uh, Honestly, I think it's safe to say that AMG can reduce his points back down to what they originally were. And I think it would be okay
Yeah,
because he was super cheap at 35. Now he's like 50, I think. At 35, he probably comes more into the armor or vehicle list because of his repair.
yeah,
Again, because Secret Mission isn't that great,
yep,
um, he suffers a lot. And they said they're looking at Secret Mission, so hopefully that changes. I mean, so far, all the keywords that they change, I love. There's
yeah,
one that I'm just like about, but it's like a little itch that's like not a big deal, and that's deflect, right? Because what they did with deflect is amazing. It's always
yeah,
on. That's
yeah.
awesome. But the moment you're in melee, it turns off, and I'm like, ugh, that hurts a little bit, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. But let it slide.
You know what's even more disappointing about deflect? When
What's that?
you throw a saber at Darth Maul and Darth Maul deflects it back to your face. Like, how does that work? You deflected my saber I threw at you with the Force, and it hurt me. I don't what? Like,
He just stared at you and you just got distracted by his magnificent eyes and you just got cut on the way back. Like, ah, what the heck?
yeah,
God.
Like, did you throw it back at me harder? I don't. What? I don't get it.
It's a great change. It's a great
Yeah,
change.
it's a great change. It's my only funny gripe about it. Other than that,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think it's great. But I find that funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny to think about it. All right, all right, all right. I have a little bias here, so I
Okay.
need you to bring me down off my bias. Where do you think Obi-Wan's gonna go? Now, I do want to preface Obi-Wan's won worlds. That's not a big thing. Shout out to our world's champion. He won with Obi-Wan. So,
Yeah. And I mean, you're talking about Isaiah, right?
yep, Isaiah, our world champion. Shout out to
Yeah.
Isaiah.
Yeah. He's from Seattle. Woo.
Yep, yep.
Originally from where I'm from.
Hmm.
Um, gosh. The problem is like Obi-Wan's great, but he underestimates my power. So, and the fact that he got high ground, what the heck? Um, oh gosh,
You want me
man.
to go with my bias?
Yeah, I think you go first because I'm
Okay,
conflicted. I'm conflicted.
okay. So my bias is obviously a must buy. Now this is the one where I'm definitely on the fence about. Only
Uh,
because one, I haven't played a lot against Obi-Wan in this 2.6. Um, and Isaiah did win worlds with it. And this is Star Wars. When you're playing
yeah.
Star Wars, you want to bring Obi-Wan, right?
Uh,
So those are all my reasons for a must buy. However, his kit kind of and his command cards kind of warrant, I think, a little bit of an upgrade. Now, I take that with a grain of salt again because he won worlds. Obi-Wan won worlds.
yeah.
So I could totally be talking out of my ass here and not know what I'm talking about when it comes to Obi-Wan. And yeah, I'm just biased because I think he's the best Jedi ever. And that's not talking about him in game. I'm just talking about, lore wise, story wise, all that. Uh, but
I don't know. We'll disagree on that one.
oh,
I think there's a better Jedi than him.
you're wrong. Did he get crippled? Who did he get crippled by? That's right. That's right. But anyways,
Uh, no, he's not crippled. He's just tiny and he has a cane.
that's fair. That's fair. You're not wrong. Um,
Yeah. He just failed everybody. That's the problem.
you're supposed to finish the job, Obi-Wan. You don't leave him in the lava. Uh, but yeah, what do you think, man? Are you gonna disagree with me on this one, or did I
Man,
compel you?
man, it's so hard. I guess because I want to put him in goodbye
Hmm.
only because like his kit and his cards are a little. He's very defensive, and I think in this game you can play defensively as Isaiah did at Worlds, where you're just guardian and then you get into melee with him when they charge you. But I think in 2.6, like if you're playing too defensively, you've already lost. Like you have to be pushing, and it's hard with Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan just wants to sit back.
Hmm.
Um, so I want to put him in goodbye. Uh, that's just me.
I would compromise. Oh, I don't want to compromise though. Oh, I'll compromise just because like I think its kit still needs some loving.
Yeah, he needs
Um,
a
but to be
little bit.
fair, you get them automatically because you buy them a starter set. See, now I'm back onto the must buy because if you're a beginner, if you're a new player and you're getting to the Republic, right? You're getting them for free, so it's not like you're buying separate.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
yeah. Let's put him in must buy. I just
Yeah,
he could be on
again,
the lower tier.
at the lower end of must buy. You're not again. The feeling that you're having for Obi-Wan is the same feelings I have for Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
It's just you're getting him for free. It's a must buy. You're not going out and buying him separately. You're getting him with the full kit of a recon. Shout out to you know our learn to plays that we do every Thursday or every other Thursdays. You get a chance
Yeah,
to play Obi-Wan. So if you're watching this and you're one of our local players or local people that are looking to get in the game, come to one of our learn to plays. We do them every other Thursday at Crazy Squirrel, and you get to try out Obi-Wan. And like we had talked about, you get them for free if you buy the starter set. So there's that.
yeah.
All right, we got the lat.
Ooh, the lat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Daniel might hate this, but I'm gonna put it in
Ooh.
fun buy.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna combat you that on that though. I want to
yeah,
put him
yeah,
in goodbye. You want to hear why?
yeah,
Uh, yes, it's mostly because of Daniel. Daniel loves running lats, and I think they do a lot. And they did both versions of the lat got point reductions. Um, and this is one of the few new units that has armor 5, which is annoying. Uh, but the ability to, you know, load something off and have good firepower and get to a POI relatively quickly or sit on a point, I think the versatile of this unit warrants a goodbye.
yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm still sticking with fun buy. The the points drop is good on them. The problem is Republic being such a high cost faction.
Mm,
It's hard to slot things in unless if you're like strictly like building it for a reason. Um, but yeah, for me, I think they're a fun buy, but I don't know how would we compromise that because there's no
oh,
middle.
there's no middle. How do we compromise this? Well,
Well, I think as a host, I think we should go with you because you're always right. So
ah.
goodbye.
You know what we need to do? We need to finally get Daniel on to change all our minds on the lap. That's what we
Yeah,
need to.
Daniel will put that at must buy. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm not at must buy yet, but I'm definitely at goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay. Pikes.
Oh, this is gonna be probably a fun buy
Hmm.
just
I
because of the clone trooper keyword, and
Yep.
if you're gonna use them, probably because of the points reduction. But now that the marksman came out, like you might not need them, so they're more gonna be like a fun buy, I think.
I think you're right. I think again, this is the Pikes are technically a Shadow Collective unit that you could take as a mercenary in this unit or in this
Yeah.
faction, I'm sorry. But you're not really taking it because one, you can't use the commander's courage for it. Two, you know, you don't get the clone trooper keyword. And honestly, that's all clones want to see. If clones players had their way, Jedi's would have clone trooper keyword, the Lat would have clone trooper keyword, everything would have clone trooper keywords. Everything is compared just to the clone trooper keyword. If it doesn't have it, it immediately has a disadvantage. And you know, even in our must buys, everything has clone trooper keywords other than the force users, but the force users, just complement, you know, well, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's the force users or clone trooper keyword. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you said earlier. You nailed it. It's either Jedi or clones.
Yeah.
You can play both in a list, but you gotta
Mm-hmm.
like finagle it a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
it's do you like Jedi or do you like clones? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We got the Fluttercraft.
Oh, this is a fun buy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because I think you're only gonna see it in the Battle Force, the Wookiee Battle Force. Other than
mm,
that, I don't think you're gonna see it.
I agree. I don't even think you see it in the Battle Force. It is cheap, super cheap, but its mechanic is a little weird. I think it needs an update.
Yeah, like the only time I've seen it played was Bakersfield boy Zach when I played him
Mhm.
at Vet Fest and he brought the Wookiee Battle Force. Only time I saw play against it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, it surprised me. I was like, "You brought those?" Like,
I know. I don't know if I made Zach regret bringing him to the Vet Fest because of my list that I brought, but I love seeing them on the field. Like I thought they were
Yeah,
amazing, but my
yeah, they're an amazing model, but yeah,
yeah,
just what they
it's hard.
do, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard swallow. It's a hard swallow.
Yeah.
All right, we got Padme.
Oh, I'll put Padme in fun by.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would put her in disappointing, but
Yeah. 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 Honestly, Padme has fallen off so hard from where she used to be. Um,
yeah,
I feel like they need to fix her. She's not kind of the argument that Nick had made in our Rebel list, Padme isn't that bad, but
she's not bad. It's just with her points being very cheap, like you could run her, but you're gonna make a fun list with her.
this is the way I view it, right? Is Padme's in a faction that loves the clone trooper keyword, and the only time you're taking a unit, as we see in our list right now, is if it has a saber, and Padme has no saber.
Yeah,
That's just that of it.
I mean they took her exemplar away, and then everybody just stopped taking her. But it makes sense though to me as a Republic player that um, when they gave it to all other factions, I was like, thank you, because
Yeah.
like the Clone Trooper keyword is just so good at sharing. So
Mhm.
I think to balance it, you need to give it to other factions.
Yeah.
So when they stripped it from her, I was like, I understand. But since then, Padme's just fallen.
Fingers crossed that they change Secret Mission to make us be like, okay, now she's in the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for R2, because then both of those will go up. But
Mm,
yeah,
yep.
hopefully they change that.
We got the capo. We're gonna put the capo right here next to the pikes because if you buy, technically, I think you can only get the pikes right now in the Shadow Collective box. You could have bought them separate, but I don't know if they're still in print. But if you do buy the box, you're gonna get the capo. So not really much to go over other than what we said about the pikes.
Yeah.
Swoop bikes.
I've never played these either, so I'm gonna have to let you give me your opinion, and then I'll follow.
Well, I think they're good in Shadow Collective. And I think they're gonna be uh even better in Shadow Collective with well, hopefully in the Hondo Battle Force. But in Republic, they are cheap. They're
Yeah, I
cheap.
just feel like there's too many in Republic. The problem is there's not enough points for what you're trying to run. You just can't wiggle stuff in,
Hmm.
or you're just like you're either just making a fun list at that point with them.
Yeah, again with the swoop bikes, I like to take multiple of them in the Shadow Collective, and unfortunately, you can't take more than three. Or sorry, you can't take more than two, and technically, you can only do that if you bring allies at convenience. So you're wasting more points on them.
Yeah,
Um, they have a great keyword, the Overrun keyword, which is amazing. But again, just not that great in outside of the Shadow Collective.
yeah,
All right. We got. Oh, we already went over the Wookiees. No, we didn't, right?
no,
All right,
not yet.
The Wookiee Warriors. What do you think? And this is both of them, both versions. So again, this is another unit that if you buy the box, you get two units. You get a
Yeah.
shooter unit, and then you get one that kind of focuses on melee. So they're going to be paired with both of them.
Oh boy. Uh, my one gripe with this unit is I really hope AMG fixes them.
Mhm.
Um, I would I would want to run Wookiees over Arcs, but it's with their points, they're a little bit cheaper than an Arc, but not by much.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm gonna put them in goodbye for now because
Ooh.
they are a good unit. They are a solid unit at what they can do. I think the Arcs just overshadow them every time.
See, okay, here's another. We've been disagreeing on a lot here. I want to put them in fun buy, and the reason why is because again, what you said, they get overshadowed by arcs. Two, they just die too fast, and if you're bringing them, you're kind of bringing them for the battle force, right?
Yeah,
So if you're running the battle force, like even though the Wookiee battle force is technically a Republic battle force, It's really not. You know what I mean? Like you're bringing just a bunch of Wookiees, um, and they have amazing health, but they die too so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
the white save
yeah,
kind of.
they're pretty much B1 saves, right? Um, I think if you lower their points, I think
Yeah,
they get better, right?
yeah, because they're only. I think the melee ones are. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they're only a few points lower than an arc right now.
Yeah, you're
Not
not
by
wrong.
not by much. And then the shooter ones are still just a smidge like cheaper than an arc.
Yeah, it's just rough. Again, I feel like they just need something, and I'm not. I just think they need a point introduction. What am I talking about? Make them cheap,
Yeah,
and you'll see them be run like there, and you really have a conversation of maybe I bring Wookiees instead of ARC troopers. You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel like if they got not saying a huge point drop, but if they got a significant one to drop them lower than I think they're just too high their point costs compared to arcs.
Well, think about it. Like, I mean, if they were at 60 points,
Yeah,
I think people will start taking them. I say 50 points. I think people will definitely start bringing them over the arcs, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because even though that's gonna push them into the meta for being 50 points, you're gonna
yeah,
get a little bit different play style, from clones. I don't know. It might make the Battle Force OP at that point, but still, it it needs something, and we'll see. We'll see what AMG does with them.
yeah. I was gonna say, if it does drop that low, it gets rid of the clone trooper keyword being overpowered.
Right.
It adds the fact that a whole red save army now has white save in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it makes it a little more or less like threatening, but a little more like, oh gosh, now I have to fight a whole clone list with a clone trooper keyword that could share dodges. Well, those Wookiees can't.
Right.
So, uh, if they lower it, I think you'll see a little more like evened out clone lists a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I agree with you. Which brings us to the Wookiee chieftain.
Oh, he's gonna be with Chewbacca in that fun buy,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Because you're only going to take them either in the battle force or just a wonky fun list.
Yeah. You know what's scaring
He's
me
a
right now? As we're filling out this list, I think I'm gonna have to go back and look. I think the Republic had become the fun faction. There's so many fun buys.
yeah. I mean, I think if we talk to like the other boys, like I think a lot of these would be disappointing. But
Hmm,
I think if you're playing Star Wars Legion, you're playing it because you're a Star Wars fan,
sure.
and everything has an iconic moment in the game. So I think everything's a fun buy. I don't think there's a non-fun, in my
You're
opinion.
not wrong. You're
So.
not wrong. All right. I hate to do this, but Saber Tank. I think we put in the fun buy.
Oh, I think it's a good buy.
You think it's good buy? Okay, convince me.
I think it's a good buy. I think the Saber tank, um, if you're looking for a heavy armor unit that can punch, give a good punch, I think the Saber tank is going to be a good buy because of that reason. Um, and with Cody being able to direct it, like if you're going to take Cody, you're probably going to take a tank. Um, compared to like the lat, like you're probably going to take the lat over the tank, but the tank does have value, I think.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it a good buy only for the fact that one, you're right. We're playing Star Wars, and
Yeah,
even though we didn't see a saber take in the movies, if you're a fan of the Battlefront games, like you were rolling in one of these saber tanks, um, and I think that's what you want, right? You're just like, I want to play a saber tank. So yeah, so I'll give it to you. Goodbye. I think anytime you have a armor 5 unit on the table, it feels good. It may not
yeah,
play well, but it feels like, man, I got this unit that's big, and it feels like I'm playing an army game.
yeah. And I think you can make a lot of lists with it compared to like uh the ISP. You could still make same list, but the tank has a little more pull, I think,
Right.
than ISP.
All right. Bad Batch.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me?
You go ahead. You go start us off.
I was gonna say must buy.
Oh, 100%. um, the only real conversation we need to have when it comes to Bad Batch is which one's better, the Rebels or the Republic? What do you
No,
think?
Republic hands down.
Do you think so? Is-
Yeah,
So my pushback on that is I agree a little bit, and I kind of want to play devil's advocate. I am going to play devil's advocate here. Is the ability to contest a point at range one is huge. I don't know how many times have I played against a person that brought Rebel Bad Batch, and sometimes the POIs are super close, and Bad Batch is contesting two of them. It's super
yeah.
annoying. And like,
It,
go ahead.
I'm just agreeing with you. I
And like,
believe the same thing.
yeah, and if you shoot at these guys, you're putting a lot of resource. Like, if you decide to take one shot at them, in my opinion, you got to take multiple shots. Like, if you take one shot and never shoot at them again, you did something wrong. Like,
Yeah,
I think Bad Batch is like an Armor 5 heavy vehicle in the sense that you have to decide early in the game if you're going to shoot at it or not.
yeah.
Because it could soak up wounds and still do its job. And again, we're comparing the two, and that's just says something about the unit itself that which unit is better, and it's the same unit. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't matter. They're both great. It's just I don't know, man. And again, to go back to the Republic version of Bad Batch, the ability to pierce something with Crosshair is huge.
Oh
Um,
yeah, big,
so
big.
yeah, it's and you're hitting really hard. So it's like you're guaranteed to kill a lot of units with this unit.
Not only that, but Crosshair also has precise.
Hmm.
So with your aims that you're getting, you get to re-roll more of your dice, whereas the Rebel one doesn't have the precise keyword.
Right.
So in that one, you just spend your aim to re-roll two, whereas in Bad Batch and Republic, you can actually re-roll more of your dice, so you're making sure that you're getting those hits,
Yeah.
which is huge because they have tactical and sharpshooter on top of
Hmm.
that.
I agree. I agree. All right, I saved
And
them last just for you.
and I was gonna say, and with Bad Batch, really good with Rex. Oh my god, like
Oh yeah. Like again, like the argument we made with Rex is that you can give Scout 2 to Bad Batch. Like that's
and
huge. You could
the
do
Rebel one can't even get that far of Scout with them.
sure, like Bad Batch has the better Alpha Strike, but I think the Rebels have the better contesting of
Yeah,
POIs, right?
yeah, for
Because
sure.
just the ability to Scout 2, and then if you play their command card on turn 1, Scout 2, move 3, you're already across the board and you just shot at something
Yeah,
with a bunch of aims and pierce, and it just probably deleted that unit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
There, you do that, you're gonna delete one unit for sure.
yeah. So yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, and
In
then you
fact,
add this guy with him. Uh, pretty much really good.
yeah, yeah. Well, let's talk about this guy. We got Yoda himself.
Yeah,
What do you think, my man?
I'll let you give your opinion because this is my boy. Like
Yeah,
Darth Maul is your guy. This is my
this,
guy.
this is true. It's true. I am split between a must buy and a good buy. And the reason why, and you got to convince me wherever you're going to put them, is
Yeah.
they just nerfed him too much. And it wasn't like a direct nerf to him, it was just the changing of the keywords that nerfed him tremendously. Which, in
Are you?
hindsight, what's up?
I was gonna say, are you talking about the standby keyword?
The standby,
Uh,
relentless, like
because
it's
I was gonna say in an interview I heard they actually did it because of him and Palpatine. That was the
yeah,
reason.
Yeah.
So it was him that, that caused that.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and I maybe for newer players that's probably a good thing they nerfed that
yeah,
because those are bad, super bad moments. They're just like, wait, he could do what? Right?
yeah.
Uh,
Especially
eh,
with Bad Batch. That
yeah,
was the other reason. Like,
yeah, especially with Bad Batch. Um, so because of that, I think, in my opinion, just like Darth Maul and all the Force users and the old Legion, we experienced Yoda at the peak of overpowered,
yeah.
and they balanced him down. And I feel like that hurt him in the way of old players playing him, right? Not newer players playing him, because I think newer players would have a fun time with him. And
Oh, for sure.
he still can do a lot of tricks. Like they didn't get rid of all his tricks he could do. Um,
Yeah,
and he's freaking Yoda. Like
yeah,
again, if you're playing Star Wars, you're gonna want to play Yoda. Like I'll never forget, bro, when I watched Clone Wars the movie, and you get Yoda walking up with that cane, and he just forced his lightsaber to his hand. Was
yeah,
like, oh my god! And then they fought. Like my only disappointing thing about that fight is I think Yoda should have killed Dooku right then and there. I think there was other than story reason for Dooku to flee off. I think it was
yeah,
BS that fight didn't finish with Yoda killing his Padawan. Like
yeah,
that just pissed me off, and I was just like, "What? That's it?" And then the battle between Palpatine was kind of like, "What? Come on, Yoda." Now, granted, they had to have Yoda to fail for the sequel movies, or sorry, but the original movies. But I think that's kind of why you don't do sequel movies, or sorry, um, what do you prequel movies?
uh,
Because if you invent something good in the prequels, but you already have the story written in the originals, you gotta write a good explanation for why this happened. And I don't think they did a good job what writing the explanation in Revenge of the Sith. Like, how about poor Yoda gonna lose a Palpatine? Palpatine is a shit. He's a horrible Sith user.
yeah. In that final battle, like Palpatine was afraid of Yoda. Like
Yeah.
he couldn't he wouldn't be able to master him in the saber battle. That's why he was scared and kept fleeing away because Yoda could kill him.
Mhm.
Um, but when it came to force power, that's where Palpatine had an upper hand. And
Yeah.
that's why he kept throwing the Senate things at him because
But, but bro, that pissed me off even more though, because like when he's like fighting Palpatine and then he goes down and he like talks in his little mic. He's like, I have failed. Right? I'm like, no, Yoda, you're still breathing. Get your ass back up there. What are you doing? You're the Grand Master. Show us why the Grand Master is the Grand Master, damn it.
yeah,
Um, and I feel like in my opinion, and again, no shade to the writers, George Lucas, but you had to write it to where he failed, right? For story reasons.
yeah,
I understand, but I didn't think that was a good explanation. Like, he's the fucking Grand Master.
yeah,
Um, yeah, those are all my gripes about Yoda. Sorry, a little tangent there off the game. But yeah, I feel like he's a must buy just because he's Yoda and you want to play Yoda. And Yoda's still good. He's
he's
got a lot of
still,
good
yeah.
he's got a lot of good tricks. Uh, but yeah, what sorry, I talked too much about Yoda. It's your guy. Go for it.
No, man, he's my guy. So I was just letting you ramble.
Yeah,
Everything you said is awesome because
yeah.
he's my guy, right?
Absolutely.
Be like, hold on, let me give you a 10-minute conversation about Maul. Okay, Maul. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
You would
because
just,
man,
yeah,
it just when you got masters and knights and Padawans running around, and then you got a
yeah,
grandmaster, that
yeah,
says volume. Show me why your ass is a grandmaster.
yeah,
Uh, and I don't feel like they did that a lot. Like again, the Dooku fight was badass. You should have killed Dooku. The Palpatine fight was good, like because Palpatine was scared, but then whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
It's like,
I'm
wow,
thinking,
you're scared of an 800-year-old man,
yeah,
boy.
yeah. Like oh, and like the
Uh,
way he fought too, like jumping around everywhere. Like I thought that was like the coolest shit ever because we never saw Yoda fight, and it's just like he's jumping acrobatic and everything. I'm like, God damn. God damn,
Yeah.
this guy.
And
Yeah.
that's why when he came out and I saw Taru and I was like, what's the Taru do?
Oh
Oh, he can
yeah.
attack twice? I'm like, oh,
hmm
that's Yoda. Like,
That's a
that's Yoda.
that's another good thing that we didn't even talk about because we went on our tangent about the movie. John is
Yeah.
Taru. I think is one of the great masteries because with his car that makes him relentless or his car that makes him charge, now you
Yeah.
can attack with your saber or force blast, which is freaking broken as well, twice. Like I
Yeah.
remember us practicing for LVO, not the one in October, but the January one. And I
Oh, yeah.
remember how we
When I
just
took
said
him.
like, shoot him like a bullet, just shoot
Yep.
him like a bullet down the field and just start wrecking faces. I love that. That was good practice for us.
Yeah. That's when I took Rex. So Rex basically gave him Scout 2 and Bad
hmm
Batch Scout 2. And
Yeah,
in my opponent's face were Rex, Bad Batch, and Yoda ready to wreck.
yeah.
And people didn't know what to do. They were just like, what do I do?
hmm hmm
Um, but for me, yeah, I would put him in must buy. I think newer players are going to struggle playing him, um, just because he is more of an expert piece.
Sure.
Uh, he has a lot of stuff that you can do with this kit, which might confuse players. But um, the more you grind him out and play, like the more you understand him. Like there's so many. He still has so many good things, and the fact that he's cheaper now makes him even better.
Yeah.
He's so good at uh, all of his command cards can come back, so you could
hmm
literally play all of his command cards all game
mm
if you cycle him the right way. Like, and he's so good. He's a very good commanding piece.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
Um, well, that's our list, John. What do you think of our list? You are the Republic player, my man. Are you satisfied with this list and letting beginners know that we gave them the correct information on what to get for their faction?
yeah, yeah. I feel good about it. There are, like I said, I think there's no disappointing buys. I think Republic is a very fun faction to play. Um, if you're a Clone Wars like fan of just the whole like the battle droids or clones, like the whole clone era, um, I think this is a great faction to get into, and you can have a lot of fun painting. I think.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, there you go for all you new players and people that are looking to get into the game. And if you're looking at the Republic, that's what we think of the Republic units as of this date, whenever it goes up on the page. So, uh, hopefully they change some keywords we don't like. But other than that, I think it's great. Like, looks great. So,
Heck
a-
yeah.
any last words, my man?
Um, definitely. If you're a new player, come to our game nights for Thursdays at Crazy Squirrel. I want to try and drive it in more for newer players or people that are interested in Star Wars. Come by, learn. We do have things that the Crazy Squirrel gave us
The promos.
to give out for
Mhm.
promos for newer players to play, and anybody that wants to come and do a learn to play, uh, just come on out. Like have fun, learn how to play the game. It's
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely. Yep. And speaking of that, we have a Legion Lads tournament on the 24th of this month. So anybody that's looking to get some tournament in play, come and join us. It'd be a lot of fun to see new faces. It'd be a lot of fun to play, a lot of lists. Just have a good time with all the boys. So come out, check us out. We'll love to see you guys. So, all right, that's it. We'll see you
That's
guys
it.
next time.
All right. Later.